Have you ever found something while out picking and you knew you needed it because you had to flip it and an idea instantly hit you? I posted a reel earlier this week with a bunch of these, asking if you knew what it was. Are they just a Midwestern thing? Well, watch today's video and find out. I have two amazing flips for you, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts on these. For project number one, we are going to upcycle a cigar box, and we are going to start by using our Iron Orchid Designs frame mold and some fast acting resin. And we are going to do that by mixing equal parts of part A and part B, pouring them into a silicone cup to mix it, and then stirring that until it becomes clear. Make sure you follow the manufacturer's recommendations while using these. Work in an open space with lots of clean air going through there, and use protective equipment as well. And while I'm mixing up our resin, let me welcome you to my channel. If you are new, welcome back if you have been here before. My name is Sandra and I'm the owner and creator here at Midwest Charm. I specialize in repurposed, upcycled, and vintage home decor, as well as all of your DIY needs. We carry 2 paint lines, Iron Orchid Designs, Roycycled Treasures, decoupage papers, Connie's Line Designs, rice papers, and more. You can find our website linked below, as well as all of our social medias and different ways to contact us. And I also make a list of everything that I use in my video today, so you can access it easily and find all the things, including these amazing silicone cups and the knife I am using to stir with. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour this into the part of the mold that I want to have done. And you will see these cups are amazing to pour with. They have the little spout, and you can kind of fold them up too to make sure you're getting into all those details. The only thing I was not happy with is apparently the floors in my work area are not flat, because I had to use my little silicone tool and kind of drag the resin into the spot where it wasn't quite filling right. So here's your first glimpse at the cigar box. I want to say I paid $2.99 or $3.99 for this. We are going to go in with DIY paint in Apothecary. We are going to put 2 coats on this, although I did have really good coverage with coat number 1, but there were just a few little spots where I felt needed that extra boost. And you will see in the clips here that I do go ahead and paint right over the embossed top and the little embossing part in the front. DIY paint is a chalk base paint, and it is super highly pigmented, so you get great coverage, and it's a little bit thicker than your average chalk paint. Because this is a clay-based paint, it is water activated, so you can water distress instead of sanding, and it needs to be sealed. So whether it's a wax or a water-based top coat, you definitely need to seal in any of your DIY clay-based paints. Now, you may have seen a little bunny in one of the first clips when we were pouring our mold. It is from Connie's Lines and Designs, and I am using that on the top of my box here. And I didn't show you guys, I don't know what happened, but I did lay down a layer of liquid patina. I placed my bunny rabbit on it, and now I'm going over the top of it with another layer of liquid patina. I also applied Type Bond Quick and Thick to the back of our frame, and now I am placing it down. I did pull this while it was still a little bit pliable, and I am just making sure all of the little edges are firmly down. And now we're going to go back in with our apothecary paint and paint over the top of our frame, making sure to get into all of the details, and there are a lot of details. My kids are on spring break and it's a lot louder than normal here, and I apologize for that. Right now I'm going in with a X-Acto knife and just peeling off some of the extra little pieces that kind of dripped over the side when I was moving the resin around to get into that one corner. What I love about using the liquid patina is my little bunny rabbit is all sealed in. So when I go back in with the paint and finish painting this up, if I get any of it on the bunny, I can simply go in with a baby wipe and just wipe that right off, and it does zero damage to anything. I do go in with 2 coats of the apothecary on this frame just to make sure that I got into all of the nooks and crannies of the details and got everything completely covered up. And then we are going to seal it with a coat of liquid patina. Once all of the paint and top coat are dry, we're going to go in with the antique gold rub and buff. I am just going to use a finger protector. It's like a glove just for your finger. And I'm going to go over all of the raised parts with that rub and buff to add some detail and really make the frame pop on this piece. And I end up going in a little bit. I initially went in pretty light and ended up going back over it and going in pretty heavily. This stuff does stink a bit, but it also dries fast and gives you amazing color. Make sure you stick around to the very end of the video so you can see the final results. Now I'm pulling out the Gatorina IOD transfer and the Petite Ornaments IOD transfers, and we are going to be using these on the inside of our box. On the top, there was also some embossing, so I painted over that and let it dry, and then I sealed it up and let that dry, and I picked out a rose bouquet and cut that out, and now we are applying this transfer. If you have not used one of these before, they're very simple. You're going to peel off the backer, place it where you want it to go, use the transfer tool it came with, and rub that on and lift the top part as you are applying it. As you're lifting, if any of the pieces do not adhere, you just simply lay it back down and keep rubbing it until it all comes off. Then we're going to go in with a frame that I cut out from the Petite's Ornaments. And these gold ones are just as simple to use. You can peel off your backer, place this where you want it to go, and then you're going to go over the parts just where the actual transfer is. And you're going to do it with the flat part of your tool. Don't use a corner. If you use a corner, you do run the risk of applying gold into spots where you might not want it. So make sure you're going in nice and flat, and you're going to pull that top back as you go. Again, if any parts don't lay down, you just lay the piece back down, rub over it again until it releases, and continue this until you're done. Transfers do need to be sealed in, so these will get a coat of liquid patina as well. One last thing, you're going to burnish those down so that no air bubbles are there. And then there's also a little embossing on the front here, and I am going to go over that with one more transfer. This one is just like a little label transfer in the petites ornaments, and I think it's just sweet. And I went over it. Again, just rub that down, peel it off, and then seal it up. And I thought this was the perfect touch. If somebody wanted to go in there with some letter stamps, they would work perfectly, but I'm going to leave it as is and show you a little sneak peek of our piece. Project number two, if you follow me on any social medias, you will may have seen me ask if you know what these are. I got these while thrifting with my friend Sylvia from Backyard Brushes. These are actual antique wood floats. They are used for boats and for fishing nets. And they are old and beautiful. And the minute I saw them, I wanted to do a sloppy paint and distress and then put some transfers on these. I'm going in with crinoline on two of them, apothecary on two of them, and then on the fifth one I'm doing today, I am going to go in with some uh, of the liquid patina and just put a coat of that on there because I'm going to leave that the wood tone. I am going to go in with two coats on each of these, and then I'm going to give them all a distress to help add to that aged, old, worn look. And then I'm going to seal each of these up with liquid patina. And then the one that I'm leaving wood tone, I am actually going to put a second coat of liquid patina on that one as well. Once those are dry, I'm going to pull out the Wild Bloomin' IOD transfer and pick out one for each, one to two for each of these little floats. And you will see I'm picking a mixture of the floral, the birds, the butterflies. I just want a really good mix on these. As you can see, this transfer is amazing. I cannot say enough good things about it. There are so many elements in here, and you can see I've cut a ton out of it already, and I still have so much left. I am loving the colors. I'm loving the variety. This is being used constantly by me. I'm loving it. Just going to cut these out. And again, you don't have to use these exactly as they're laid out. You can cut them apart if you want. I am cutting out, like I said, enough for each of these pieces, and then we're going to get these applied. As I do in all my other videos, you are going to take the backer off. You are going to apply this where you want it to go, and then take that transfer tool and rub this down. Once it releases, you can see a color change happening, and you can peel that topper back. As you peel that topper back, if a piece has not laid it down, go ahead and lay your plastic back down and rub it until it releases, and then pull it back. Once you get the entire part of your transfer on, you are going to take that top sheet and burnish it in, or use your fingers and burnish it in. And you're just trying to make sure that all the little edges are down and that there are no air bubbles left in your piece. Once we have all of our transfers applied, I am going to go in and give each of these one more coat of the liquid patina to make sure they are all sealed in. And now for the final reveal of our two projects. Let me know below what you think. So what did you think? Would you have guessed what these were? Were you even remotely close? Do you think I did a good job flipping them? I can't wait to hear your thoughts about these and about the cigar box, which I don't even think it looks like a cigar box anymore. I love it. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please give us a subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video. Those little things help my small business, and I deeply appreciate it. And we'll see you guys all next time. Bye.